Hi, viewers. Welcome back. This is episode 4 of the Properly Paid podcast, where we teach you that proper preparation prevents poor payment. Here today we have Miss Bree, the server here at the Moxie's in Scottsdale, Arizona. So, Bree, welcome to the show. Now, today we're just going to ask Bree some rapid-fire questions. She's going to give us her answer, her thoughts on everything that's going on in the world. I know BRIANNA has a few questions that he wants to start off with, so we'll get right into it.
Beautiful. So, Bree, a hot topic of conversation nowadays, especially for younger men and women, is what route do they want to go down in their life? Do they want to go a more traditional route and have a traditional family, live the traditional lifestyle, or live the lifestyle that a lot of people are selling on Instagram, online, just being that influencer, flying around the world, doing whatever they want, right? So as you, somebody young in Arizona, at a nice place like this in Scottsdale, I'm curious for you, what is your perspective on what it is that you're looking for in a man or even in a family in general, whether or not you want one, if you want to work for yourself, etc. And what are your opinions on what you're looking for in a man and what you want in your life?
Okay, so for me, I definitely want to go the traditional route. I feel like nowadays that is totally the opposite of where we're at now in society. You know, everybody wants to be independent and do their own thing. But I've always wanted to have, family traditions and, yeah.
That's good. I'm happy.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So tell me, for you, because, that's the same way that I was raised. That's the way that I believe it should be as well. What for you, whether it was growing up in the family that you were raised in or something you may have learned as you grew older, why do you feel that way? Why is that the route that you want to go? Why are you comfortable with doing that?
I would say definitely growing up, that is not what I had in my family. So seeing that around me I kind of just collected that, being around my friends or, other family members who did have that lifestyle. And you can just kind of tell how differently people grow up in those different situations. And for me, I just know I kind of want to take, the route that I didn't have growing up.
All right, cool. Now I got a question. I got a question. So, when you're looking for, obviously you said you want to go the traditional route. So whatever it is that you're doing right now is kind of just an interim kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So whenever it comes time to finally make that decision, okay, I can let my guard down and I can kind of rely on somebody else to help provide for me in my life and the life that I want to build. What are the biggest qualities that you are looking for in a man that would allow you to say, all right, you know what, I don't need to work for my money anymore. I'm just going to focus on providing for the family. So what are the top qualities that you're looking for in a man?
I would definitely say trust is number one thing, because you have to trust the person enough to let go. If somebody said they were going to, pay for my living, I have to trust you that you're just not going to walk away and then I'm stuck in the streets. You know what I mean? Also, I'd say honesty. Those two are my top for sure, but it's because nowadays I feel like not a lot of people have that, especially what goes on in the world. You don't have a lot of trust. I don't want to get too political, but with government issues and all that. So I'd say trust and honesty for sure, and just having the same values.
Sure. Sure. So are you originally from Phoenix, Arizona here, or what brought you out to Phoenix, Arizona?
I'm originally from Bronx, New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I've been out here for 10 years. I came out with my family. Yeah, but okay. I don't know. Maybe I might have to move around.
Okay.
I don't feel like Arizona's my scene, but we'll have to see.
She said she's never been to Miami before, so stay tuned. Yeah, wait till we go to Miami. Episode 20, 30-something of the Probably Pay podcast. We'll be live in Brickell City Center at Casa Tua with our friend Bree here. So,
I got another question. Yeah, I got another question. So, first of all, I love the answers that you've given so far. So, for you yourself right now, right? You said you were doing this as an interim thing until you put yourself in a position where you feel comfortable taking a step away. Would you say with what you're doing right now, you're either being paid what you're worth, or do you see yourself having more value in doing something else?
I definitely say I have I see myself more valued, with my other works. I'm a server right now, but that's not what I'm going to be doing forever, you know? For the meantime, I love it. The environment and like the people I work with, the people I meet, it's nice. And you definitely get connections from here. I'm typically into like fashion and sewing. So that is a route I kind of want to go towards. So that's how hopefully I find my way through that. So.
Now I got a question. Now you feel as though, as a server, you're undercompensated for your value. So what plans do you have from this moment forward to make sure that you're properly paid?
It's a good question. That is something I honestly do not focus too much on, but I need to. But I would say just making sure that I'm not recklessly spending, and being smart with my money, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Well, for the viewers, if you feel any way like Bree does, you can come to ENG Financial, find the mentorship that you're looking for to be able to elevate your life and make sure that you're properly paid.
Listen, and if one of you guys, don't stop, yeah, hold on. If one of you guys want to be able to be in a position to be with a woman like Bree, make sure you're making enough so she can recklessly spend, all right? Because she deserves that. She's taking care of you and your family. You got to make sure you can take care of her and the family that she's going to provide for you, all right? But fantastic, Bree. Well done. Absolutely fantastic.
What is it that you men look for in a woman that you can value and actually like commit into a relationship with?
Yeah, so as a highly ambitious individual, as an entrepreneur, somebody who some days I might work 18 hours a day and some months I might work that 18 hours a day, 30 days in a row, I think it's really important to have, one, the respect to be able to conduct my business, and then two, most importantly, a safe place to come back to with all the problems that you run into throughout your time as an entrepreneur. So I think that's the most important.
All right, so Jesse had to step away for an important business call, but I want to answer this question. So Bree had asked us, what as men are we looking for in a woman that we consider high value? So me, myself, personally, honestly, what Bree was talking about was, if I'm going to go ahead and put my time and energy down to go ahead and settle down with a woman, I need to know that she's willing to go ahead and step into the lifestyle that I've built for us, right? Because my mission as a man has always been to provide for my family. But for me to provide for my family, I have to be away from my family. And that's something that I see a lot of women mess up nowadays is because women, for them, love is time. They want to take your time. They want to spend time with you. And that's fantastic. But what happens is, a lot of times women forget that the more time you take from your man, the less time he has to go do the things that are going to make him valuable to you. Because the less he's going to be able to work and make money to provide. The more time you spend with him, the less he might be able to work out, go run, do things that are going to make him a stronger, better man for the family. So a woman who understands that the value from a man comes from the scarcity of time that he gives you. Like, if you're not around him all the time because you know he's doing fantastic things for you and the family, that's what you want. You don't want a guy that's going to be able to be around all the time. So for me, it has to be somebody who's willing to go ahead and say, I understand I can't have all of this man's time. This is also why he's so valuable. Because he's spending the whole time working, building, developing a lifestyle for the family they're on afterwards. He's sacrificing his life to go ahead and give it to his family. So that's the way I look at it. Somebody who understands that it's a mission that we're going on together. You got to support me on the mission. If you can't support me, then we can't be together. So that's what I look for in a valuable woman, for sure.
I'd say that's a very good point. Yeah, because with that, I'd say, like, in the relationship, there has to be trust. The woman has to trust that the man is going to do his work and nothing else. But with that in return, it's that lifestyle.
Correct. Exactly. It's one or the other. You either can have everything that you want to have, but not have all the time that you want. Or you can have all of the time, but you're probably not going to be with a very successful guy.
Yeah.
You're going to be with somebody that you don't want to be with anyways. So it's that constant tug of war that I see a lot, especially with the way that I grew up. I was telling you, both of my parents are immigrants, so very traditional families growing up. And I saw what it looked like to have a traditional relationship in the household. Everybody was better that way. The family operated better. Things got done more effectively. Everybody was happier and more in love with each other. But what people are sold nowadays is everybody wants the cake and being able to eat it too. They want all the time and the attention, but they also want the most fantastic, most valuable, richest man on the planet.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. You're going to have to sacrifice something. So once people come to an understanding, because men need to be stronger men nowadays for sure, but then women also have to understand what comes with a strong man and be able to take care, like be able to handle that. So, yeah, that's what I see as a valuable woman. Somebody who can come into that space and say, all right, I'm going to make this life better for the both of us. Cool.
Next question.
Oh, she's getting me again. All right, go ahead.
All right. I would have to ask. All right, my next question is more of a question / statement. Why do men put in effort for like the first? I want to say, let's think short term. The first week, and then the next, it's ghost, it's disappear, like nothing happened. Is it because it might have been of a woman's action, or they're just like here for like the moment?
Okay, that's a good question. We got Jesse back, by the way. He closed the deal. So that's a good question. So this is what I'm assuming happens, right? If a man ghosts you that quickly, one of two things happen. One, maybe he's just genuinely not interested. But two, he got whatever he got way too easily, right? Because I know if a girl gives me everything that I want much too quickly, I'm not going to stick around. For what else am I going to discover, explore, right? If you now, and this is the tough thing about it too, is it's a give and a take. Like you have to give enough, spend some time, go out on a date, get to know each other a little bit, but it can't be everything all at once. If you get everything all at once, the man's going to be got what he wanted. He's going to keep doing his own thing, right? Because a man in and of itself knows that, and this is the double-edged sword of it. A man's going to try to get what he wants. But as soon as he gets it, he's like, okay, it was too easy. On to the next one.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what happens. Exactly. It's just once you understand something wasn't easy or it wasn't difficult to attain, it no longer has its value. And that's what kills it. Yeah. So
that
you have
makes
to keep
so much sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
Boy math.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
boy math.
Look at this. See, we're educated.
Yeah, well, of course we're gonna try.
Get the mic.
Oh,
Get the mic.
sorry.
I was gonna say, of course we're gonna try. That's what we do. But
Correct.
if you give us whatever we're trying for, then we give up because we already got it. Right? It's like we're just trying to complete a mission, and the mission is complete, so you can just throw in the towel.
Wait, okay. But with that, so say like you're talking to a girl and she doesn't give you what you want. There's sometimes where guys are like, okay, she's not giving me what I want, so they go. Like it is kind of double-edged sword
It
there.
is. It
right?
is.
So it's like,
Correct. So that's a great point. So that's what I was saying. It's got to be. You have to entertain enough with the allure, the mystery still there, but it's also not frustrating. For example, for myself, I've seen it happen multiple times where I'll go to talk to a girl and I'll go to try to introduce myself, get to know them a little bit better, and then when I actually, especially as somebody who is busy as I am, and they might not know how busy I am, when I go to make the effort to say, okay, at this time and this day, I'm gonna make some time. Let's go out and get to meet each other, and then the girl plays the game of, oh no, I'm busy, or not this time, or last minute cancels. Instantly, that kills it for me because it said, listen, I already put time aside to try to do something with you, and then now if we're playing a game, it's not attractive anymore. So that would be the one part of it. And what was the other part of the question? It was a man who, so for example, why would he stick around? If you're not giving him everything that he wants, and then he still walks away, or you're not able to keep him around, then it wasn't the right person anyways. Because his intentions at the beginning were already off. So you actually just dodged the bullet. So that's something I wouldn't take personally. It's like, oh, I'm not going to go so quickly with you, lose the attention. Well, then he had no intention in taking anything seriously anyways. So it doesn't matter. You just dodged the bullet. Yeah, go ahead.
all the questions are rolling in.
Yeah, now
Okay.
we're cooking.
Wait, okay. Have you guys ever heard of Steve Harvey's 90-day rule?
I have not.
No,
I haven't.
So it is where basically like you're not sexually active within 90 days of you guys talking. So as a guy, how would you see if a woman was like, if she was like pushing that? Because I don't know if you guys are supposed to know it. It's like mental, So if a girl kept pushing that off, like,
Yeah.
what would you think of that?
That is a great question. So, and I'll answer. I'll let you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I honestly think it depends because it's like if I'm really interested and I'm like, dang, this girl is different. I like how she's pushing me off like this. Then I'll maybe wait for the 90 days. But if you ask me this question at service level, I'm gonna be like, hell no, I'm not waiting 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's a secret, like it's
Right.
mental,
Right. Yeah, no. If I'm going to stick around for 90 days, you better be good. You better be solid, because I usually won't even wait 30 days for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and it's true because, and to play into that, it's the point that that dynamic changes as soon as women have sex with a man, right? At the beginning, they have all the power whenever you haven't given it up yet. As soon as that's given away, the man can do whatever he wants with that. So it's true. If you make him wait 90 days, now it's really like, okay, do I really fuck with her that much that I'm going to wait 90 days, keep playing it out, keep spending money, keep going out? But then again, that's how you build the value for yourself as a woman, right? It's how much value, it's the price tag that you put on yourself. That's what women do. Nowadays, the women, they don't apply any value to that part of them now. That the sex is just easy, boom, go for it. And then you wonder why the women don't have value. And it's the same thing with men, though. Men expect to get everything that they want immediately without building themselves up as a man, without being somebody who's done difficult things, built up an income for themselves, in the position to be able to take care of a family, but they expect to get everything from the woman. So it's a double, it's just both are fucking up bad, but not us. We're properly paid. So that's a fantastic question. You want to ask one more?
Yes, I was going to ask. My next question is, what do you think? What would you say makes like a strong, lasting relationship nowadays for both parties?
So I think one thing that ruins a strong, lasting relationship is a public expectation. Like I see all too often, people want to post their girlfriend, and girls. Like I ran into this enough times where girls are like, "Oh, you don't post me enough. You don't do this. You don't do that." And it's like, you can't control my public life. I'm in charge here. Okay, so don't try to tell me what to do with my public life. Like you're either gonna be there and you're gonna be good to me and you're gonna reap the benefits of like being around me, or if you want those expectations, go find somebody who will post you all day and be goo goo gaga, lay in bed watching Netflix with you.
Right.
That's not me. I'm not doing that. So
I got a great point. And here's the other thing too, guys. The guys who are quick to post their girl, you're playing yourself too, because all you're doing is showing every other man out there who you have. Oh, now you're tagging her on her posts. Guess who's looking at her posts? All the other guys that follow you. Oh, let me check her. Let me follow her. Let me like a couple of her pictures. You might not think anything of it in the moment because you guys are together. But guess who's going to be the first people to notice as soon as she deletes you off her page?
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden, all the dogs come out of the DMs like, oh, someone, hey, what's going on? What happened? Is everything good? I noticed a few less posts on your Instagram. So, again, you're just playing yourself, but this is the instant gratification people want. Oh, I want to show that I have a beautiful girl, which, of course, that's valuable, but you don't show that, right? Let's say it's like you had a safe filled with $100,000 or $1 million worth of watches in your home. You're not going to the safe in your house and posting pictures of where you keep it in the house, just asking people to come rob you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
With a woman, what are you showing your valuable possessions to the world to? It's yours. It's keep that to yourself. Like that's valuable to you. So yeah, don't play yourself. Don't be posting your girlfriend after 2 weeks being like, haha, look at me, I got a girlfriend. All right.
Okay, so that was what you shouldn't do, or like what doesn't make a long-lasting relationship. So what would you say would?
You want to go?
you go.
Okay. So what's that? Yeah, what would make a long-lasting relationship, the way that I see it, is both people have to trust and believe in whatever the expectations are of the relationship. So I believe that you can have any type of relationship that you choose to have, as long as both parties agree to it. That's the problem with cheating and things of that nature with relationships. It's the trust part that damages it, right? But let's just say you're a man and you want to have multiple women, right? If the women that you're seeing are understanding of what the stipulations of the relationship are, and everybody trusts and everybody agrees that that's what's going on, then you can make it happen. So it's not about how the relationship is set up. It's just that both people agree that this is what it's going to be and we're happy doing this. So it doesn't matter what it is, but you guys got to both be understanding of what the expectations are and actually abide by those expectations.
And I think the most important part of a strong relationship, whether this is with a man and a female or a man and multiple females or in business or whatever it is honesty, right? You cannot lie, because whenever you lie once, then you start a track of lying. You got to continue to cover your ass. you can't be in a position to do that. So if you're just honest out of the gate and you just let everybody know exactly what's going on, and there's no questions, nobody's actually mad. You might be hurt a little bit because what I told you would happen, but I told you it would happen. So that's just me being honest.
Also, the truth always prevails. So
Yeah, listen to Bree. All right.
Well, one last point. And this is, again, the other reason that myself and Jesse have been able to do so well together is because we genuinely trust each other. This is not a partnership. We're on a piece of paper. We needed a contract to say that it's 50-50. This is how it – me and Jesse make so much money together, and we're able to be so effective in business because we trust each other. We're brothers outside of the business. This is what people are missing nowadays, which you actually had alluded to earlier about trust and loyalty. People don't have that nowadays. If you're able to have real trust and loyalty in somebody, that's what's going to succeed in life and in business. So be a trustworthy person and attract those people and then maintain those relationships with those people. Like you said, people can smell it on you. When you're a liar, when you're somebody who's snaking people, you can start to smell that, and you want to avoid those people.
Yeah. The only person that doesn't lie whenever they're lying is Pete when he says, I live in a $10 million castle. Shout out to All Caps Media. Get with All Caps Media if you're looking to grow your brand, take your business to the next level, make a bunch of money. All Caps Media will hook you up. Content is king. Shout out to my man Peter coming out here to Scottsdale, Arizona, taking care of myself and Priamo. And then also shout out to Miss Bree for joining us here on episode 4 of the Properly Paid podcast, where we teach you that proper preparation prevents poor payment. Bree, hopefully from here on out, she's always thinking about getting properly paid, right? All right, now. All right, and anybody who's looking to check out Bree and see what Bree has going on, you can catch her on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Bree_Sos.
Bree_Sos. Check her out.
Go get your next sweater from Bree.
Yeah.
Go get your next sweater.
It's gonna be BRI_SEWS.
All right. Thank you for tuning in today on episode 4 of the Properly Paid podcast. Make sure you're properly prepared so you're not poorly paid, because we're going to teach you how to get properly paid. All right.